it started. Let's get it started in here.
Yo, what is up there, guys? Ed the Wiz back at it again for another video. Gonna be talking about some Steven Universe right here, right now, so let's get right to it. Okay, so today's topic we're gonna be focusing on is the zoo, taking a look back on its purpose and what will become after it. After that whole Pink Diamond is Rose Quartz reveal, there's a lot of things that we gotta go ahead and look back at. Okay, so number one, the obvious conclusion as to why the zoo was created is basically it was a way to preserve humanity in case they lost the war, which makes sense, a way for Pink Diamond to at least make up for the situation she set into motion by begging for her own planet. But let's look at some other possibilities as to why the zoo was created. Number one, what if the zoo was an attempt by Pink in order to showcase Yellow and Blue Diamond that the life on Earth was fascinating and not worth destroying? After all, one of a zoo's purpose is to educate and show people life that they never encountered or seen before. We saw that Pink had tried multiple excuses on her sisters to try and get them to back off Earth, but nope, they were as hard as a diamond on their decision. See what I did there? Hard as a diamond because they're diamonds? Yeah, I went there. But of course, ultimately that plan did not really work out. So let's look at another reason right over here. When we were first introduced to Pink Diamond, she did have the personality of a child throwing temper tantrums, demanding for things she clearly didn't even understand. So what if at the beginning the zoo was a bit of a trophy room? Since it was her first colony, she'd probably want something to remember it by. Not to mention, if you recall the episode, I believe, Gem Heist, the girl said that humans were not fond of being held captive, making it sound like, yeah, they were just forced in there until ultimately we know like Pink had a change in personality and eventually made the changes to make the humans more comfortable. Or another idea that I've seen being thrown out there is that perhaps the zoo was created by Yellow and Blue with the intention of like, alright, Pink is clearly upset, she doesn't want to go through this, why don't we go ahead and like surprise her with this little zoo, this captation of all these humans. That way, even though the Earth is destroyed, have these humans that she is so fascinated with, and then Pink will be like, oh crap, you did not just do that, and then she realizes like she just put them in a cage. So that's when Pink will be like, alright, no, listen, humans are a lot more complicated than that, and then she ends up coming up with the idea with the little ring thing, the voice, to go ahead and give the humans their schedule, daily routines, and all that stuff. And one more other idea that I have right over here. What if Pink created the zoo as a way to go ahead and observe the humans? Because as we all know, Pink is a diamond. She's got to keep that status up there. She can't just be walking around on Earth checking things out. So what she decided to do was grab some humans, check things out, and that's of course when she became a lot more curious about them, their freedom, their way of life. She became a lot more curious, which eventually led her to go ahead and create the Rose Quartz facade so she can go ahead and just kind of blend in on Earth and check out to see what more it has available. And we all know what happens after that. Now we have to ask ourselves, what will become of those people? Well, Pearl did mention that they wanted to save them but had no ways of doing so. Everything was wrecked, the ships, the warpads, and even if they did have a warpad, that wouldn't be much of a stealth operation. They're just gonna pop up over there and people are gonna notice them. However, now that Steven is technically Pink, he should have authority over Earth, depending on how things turn out with the other diamonds, of course. But if it goes well, then he can save them. But I wonder if they would even want to be saved. The people in the zoo would have to adapt to a completely new way of life, and seeing as how they've had their life scheduled for them, that's not gonna be easy at all. And not to mention, they are having a pretty good life, to be honest. If I was living their lifestyle, why in the world would I want to leave it? I mean, you know, you got good food, the weather, everything seems pretty dandy. So it's going to take a lot of convincing for Steven to get these guys to change their mind, if they'll even decide to even, like, you know, take a chance to change their mind. But guys, that is basically it for today's video. So what I want to know in the comment section below is, you know, what do you think was the purpose of the zoo? And do you think that the people will be saved, or will they not want to leave? Leave all your comments in the comment section below. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, as that really helps me out. And until next time, guys, I will catch you later. So peace out.